We are with Representative Sharon Wylie from the 49th District. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
This is the first week of session. This is the long session, and there's a lot of talk about what is the most important thing to get done. Talk to us about that.
Well, that's an easy one. That's education funding, of course. And there's been a lot of work done during the interim. There's a lot of possibilities on the table. We don't have leadership agreement where they're just trying to get the members to come along. I think that we really have to figure out how we're going to pay for it. And there's different ideas on how to do that. So coming together, listening to each other, and trying to be respectful of those differences, I think is going to be key to getting through this.
First week of session, and you're already all over the news. Let's talk a little bit about the so-called tampon tax.
Well, I'm not alone in this. This is something that has been coming to the attention of legislators, particularly women legislators, of which there are many more than there used to be. It started out with just tampons. And I'm taking a little bit broader approach in looking at our sales tax system, and we are heavily sales tax dependent. It doesn't make sense to me, and it's time to make some changes. And so I'm starting small. I'm saying feminine hygiene products and diapers for kids and adults shouldn't be sales taxed items. On the other hand, there are some things that are not taxed that I think are a lot less important and less necessary to human health and dignity than these other items. And manicures and pedicures are not taxed. More importantly, sugary drinks known to not be good for people's teeth do not have sales tax on them. So I know that there's a lot of people saying, well, what about this and what about that? And I'm perfectly willing to craft my bill in such a way that we take a look at what standards do we use for sales tax. It's an important part of our revenue. It's not going to go away overnight. It is part of our regressive system, but within our sales tax itself, there are things that are regressive that have a disproportionate effect on women, as women, and on poor people. So I'm tackling the little pieces of that regressivity on this issue, and it's flat out discriminatory to have women's products sales tax. Most of the women here agree with me. Because we're sales tax dependent, it's going to be a heavy lift because of the revenue. And that's why I'm balancing it with things that I think most reasonable people would agree with.
All right, well, thank you for that, and we'll let you go so you can get back to work. We'll see you next time.
You bet.